What's up, guys? Tom is back with another LinScents video. Today we got Maison Alhambra back in the house, but before we get into that, just want to say thank you guys again. It is an honor to be playing on one of those 5 devices. You know which ones they are, and you know where you're watching. So however, wherever you're watching me, it is an honor. And if you guys are new to this channel, you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, comment, and like. Likes are very, very important. Now, when it comes to the Middle Eastern fragrances, some say I'm a king, but I think I'm just a part of the overall, phenom that is a Middle Eastern fragrance. However, when it comes to sellers, we all know, and, maybe sometimes it's a little bit more expensive, but we all know the Oud store out there in California is the best. Whether you shop with them on eBay or go straight to the store itself, that is the best route. Now you can also go to Bandedier Fragrances. You can go to the Intense Oud store in Chicago, Illinois. You can go get Fragrance Net. You can go to Fragrance X. You can go on Fragrance Canada, buy all that stuff, Frag Bar, all of them. But my go-to guys are out there in California. Again, whether it is the Oud store or Bandedier Fragrances. Now you can check both of those sites out, and I got some discount codes that you can check out as well. I'll leave that in the description down below. Also, if you're looking for Hamidi fragrances, we got discount codes for that. And also over there at Triple Traders. Forgot all about Triple Traders, but nonetheless, they all have the Middle Easterns. And honestly, guys, it just seems like, you get one guy from the old Midwest that starts doing all these Middle Eastern fragrance videos while they're buying their expensive ones, and the next thing you know, they're hopping on board. Okay, I've been on the Middle Easterns since day one. Since I found out about them, I've been pretty much rocking them, and occasionally I do a few designers, or hell, I never do niche because I can't afford them, and I'm not trying to buy them. Probably can't afford them, but I'm not spending $200, $300, $400 on a fragrance. So nonetheless, let's get into this fragrance. Again, Maison Alhambra, you guys know it's pretty much a sub-brand of Lattafa. And this one, there is only literally one video. I really didn't even watch it. I don't know what it's cloning. I don't know any notes or anything like that, but we will just get into this with a open mind. Again, go smell these fragrances and just go based off of the scent, okay? Because if you really, really think about it, everything is pretty much inspired by something else, okay? And the crazy thing is that people complain more when it's from the Middle East, okay? Which I don't get. You got some people that are like, oh, that's not, that they're cloning that stuff. They're cloning. They get angry with it. But let's say there's a Creed Aventus, but then Mont Blanc has their inspiration, and it's, you guys saying it's a clone of, Creed Aventus. No one really bats an eye when it's that way. But when the Middle Easterns do it, then everyone wants to bat an eye, act like it's no good, like this, that. Honestly, if the fragrance smells good, that's all that really matters at the end of the day, right? Right. So here we go. Maison Alhambra, signature number 1. I did take the plastic off because I didn't want you guys seeing me struggle with that one. And again, these are 50 ml. So I'm assuming whatever these are cloning, especially given the price point anywhere between probably 25 and 50 to maybe even $60. I'm assuming this is cloning an expensive fragrance, okay? Because it's only 50 ml. Usually almost most Maison Alhambras are always 100 ml, but this one for 50. And there you go. And then the box pretty much opens up like so, okay? So we don't need to go through the whole box, but there you go. And at the bottom, boom, okay? So opens like so. Boom, 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 and sits in there nestled up. So kind of reminds me of the Armaf niche fragrances, the bottle style, which I actually have a couple right here. I actually have a few more of these coming in soon. Guys all remember the Armaf niche brand. Now, these literally came out probably like 4 or 5 years ago. This was when like the clones were, at this time when the clones came out with these ones, these were kind of, even though these are good, like at the time, the clones were considered kind of poor quality. But now these clones are actually high quality. So nonetheless, let's get into it. Take a look at that bottle. Again, very nice. And again, only 50 ml. So they give you this really thick piece of glass with this thick base, okay? Also at the bottom, okay? So, but very nice. Look at that juice almost like a whiskey or a bourbon or anything like that. So there you go. Cap. It's got a nice, somewhat decent weight, nice and plasticky, but also still a decent weight. But there you go. Alhambra signature #1. So what this is cloning, I have no idea. What's inspiring, I have no idea. But we're going to go into it with an open mind, see what it's all about. Got nothing going on over here. Pretty big, wide distribution. Definitely leathery. Kind of got a fruity smell in the background as well. Fruity, animalic, leathery. Ooh, man. Whoa. So that is strong, okay? And you guys, off the skin, unless you literally like that super duper strong leather, almost rubbery smell, okay? It's got a smoothness around it, but there's not enough. You know how some fragrances have the leather, but then they have something to kind of offset the strong scent that leather brings. This one, man, off skin. This is tough. This is a tough one. Bless you, by the way. This is a tough one to suggest, you guys. Now, I'm assuming once I go outdoors, okay, this is something you're going to have to wear outdoors, okay, in the cold weather, because you do this in this is not an everyday fragrance, okay? This is for special occasions only. Honestly, I probably would just rock this with a leather jacket. You might as well. You got a leather jacket on, you might as well have it really smelling like straight up leather. Like kind of that dark, earthy, animalic rubber, okay? Maybe hay in here? Honestly, if you're getting this fragrance, okay, especially Signature 1, okay, there are 3 more in the lineup right here, and I have all 4 of them, okay? We will open all of them, okay? I just put them out there just so it looks good with the collection, but I do have the boxes still. If you're trying to get all 4 of them, okay, and again, the part of the problem is not knowing exactly what this is cloning, not knowing whether note breakdowns that you see are correct, because there are occasions where you see a Middle Eastern fragrance that one website says this and another website says that. Okay, now what I'm getting from this fragrance literally is dark, earthy, dirty, just straight up leather hay. There's a little bit of smokiness coming through. Ooh. Man, as much as that looks like a bourbon or whiskey, it makes you make the same face as a strong whiskey, an unsmooth whiskey. You've taken that shot of the cheapest whiskey that bar has on hand, and you take it and it goes, this is exactly what this fragrance is doing. Now, again, if you want all 4 just to collect them, okay, you get this one basically to add to the collection, and again, only wear in certain situations. You cannot spray this on and go indoors in the house, okay, and just walk around, okay? This is going to offend some people. People are not going to like this. I'm not liking it right now, okay? Now, again, we shall see what happens when I go outdoors and stuff like that. Maybe some little outdoor elements kind of help this fragrance out a little bit. Maybe the nice cool breeze out there helps. But, man, this is a tough fragrance to recommend for anybody, whether you like leather or you don't like leather. Now, I mean, I guess if you do like that super strong, leathery, almost rubbery, animalic, kind of dirty, woody, earthy, hayish, okay, if you like that, then maybe this might be for you. But I mean, honestly, let's be real, okay? If you have that type of fragrance, enjoyment, if you like those strong leatheries, you probably already have some of the best in the business. So you pretty much just stay with what you got. But again, if you just want it for the collection value of it, again, it does look very nice in that collection. By the way, again, if you guys have the bookcase from Walmart, that's the next best thing to do is buy extra shelves. And then you can kind of put all your smalls in one section. See how I did that? See? All the smalls right here. Boom. Going back. All like bottles. That's kind of how I went with my whole collection. Didn't want to just put one fragrance in after the other like that. I kind of wanted to spread it out, make it look more even. But nonetheless, forgetting what hand I even sprayed it on. It's that strong, you guys. After about 5 minutes is where it starts to develop a little bit, because it is starting to get somewhat less harsh. And when I say harsh, I don't mean like it smells super synthetic and super fake. It smells really like it's strong, like really like it could be natural stuff in here. But the problem is it's really a hard fragrance to suggest. Again, you have to really love your leather fragrances. And I like a good leather fragrance, but not that much, okay? I got probably 6 of them here, and some of them are really, really good. And maybe I'll do a best leather, fragrance showdown or something like that, just to see where we're at with this one. But it's got there's a slight bit of spicy sweet coming through, just a little bit. Almost like a freshness coming through. Again, straight off the back, it was dark and leathery. Now it's kind of, there's like this freshness coming through. Maybe even some kind of florals. So, okay. All first impressions. Again, it is a tough one to sell. If I was a salesman here, man, this would be this would be like that, you got that deadline to sell at least one car, and all of them are electric, okay? And then the people that are coming to you are all those going against electric cars, okay? All the naysayers that are like, oh, electric cars are horrible. So you got to try to sell it to one of those guys, okay? And if you think about it, people who really like leather fragrances, especially the strong ones, there are a few of them, okay, out there, okay? So for every, 20 people that hate the leather, or 40 or 50, there's at least one that really just loves it. And again, I'm kind of in the range as far as these leather fragrances. Again, I kind of like it when they got a little bit of sweetness to it, maybe a little bit of, some kind of citrus to kind of, spark some things up a little bit. But man, this just goes straight leather. Again, now it's starting to get somewhat kind of fresh, almost slightly floral and spicy. But again, this one is tough. But I'm going to give it another shot down the line. I will wear this outdoors. I'll wear it maybe into a bar, maybe some kind of cigar lounge or something like that. We will do that one day. But right now, as far as just being indoors in the house, this one I cannot recommend, you guys. Again, unless you really, really like that dark, animalic, rubbery, leathery, hayish type of scent. If you like that, then go out there and try it. You might actually like it. But me, this one's tough, you guys. This one is tough. So there you go. That is that Maison Alhambra #1. Again, you get it because you want to have the whole collection. But again, if you just wanted one of those 4, okay, you really got to try to find the note breakdowns on all of them and see what you like, okay? I'm going to get up out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, look for those discount codes in the bottom of the description. Go save yourself a little bit of money. And again, also use the PayPal and Fours, the Afterpays, the Klarnas, the Affirms. Use all of them to your advantage, okay? You can keep saying you don't have $200 to spend, but why don't you buy $200 worth of fragrance and then split that up? You get paid every 2 weeks. Do it that way. Peace.